The Sharks are back in an all-new season of Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs from across the country dream of a chance to secure an investment and gain powerful partners to start, grow, or save their businesses.
It's the only one of its kind.
We can't keep up with our own demand.
Fantastic. If the Sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money. And they'll fight each other for a piece of the action.
You're valuing this business at over $1 million.
You haven't heard a word about the business. He's acting like a greedy pig.
Pipe down, little man.
Ooh.
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
You better be working 16 hours a day on our business.
Sorry, what did you say?
It's sink
I'm surprised you haven't been slaughtered yet.
or swim.
Can I get a whoop? 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 Beep, 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 beep.
You're a strange cat.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from working as a waitress in Manhattan to building the city's preeminent real estate empire. Damon John is a fashion mogul and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
I'm Jim Salikas. And I'm Sabin Lomack. And we are cousins from Portland, Maine. And together we are Cousins Maine Lobster. Best part about growing up in Maine is the family, being by the water, but most importantly, the lobster. Maine lobster is the most tender, succulent meat you'll ever have. We are from Maine, but currently living in Los Angeles. Who wants some fresh Maine lobster? In Los Angeles right now, there is a food truck phenomenon, and we want to combine the two best industries going. Hot meat coming right up. Right now, our business is booming. We have lines around the block, and we can't service the people. We need another truck, and we can't do it on our own. So it's so important for us to get this investment from the Sharks. Hi, Sharks. My name is Sabin Lomack. And I am his younger cousin, Jim Salikas. And together, we are Cousins Maine Lobster. Sharks, we're here seeking $55,000 in exchange for 5% of our company. Sharks, picture this. It's summertime in Maine. Both locals and tourists alike are in line at Maine's iconic lobster shacks. They're standing alongside the Atlantic Ocean, smelling that salty air. Most importantly, they are eagerly awaiting the chance, the opportunity to sink their teeth into Maine's signature dish, the lobster roll. Sharks, at Cousins Maine Lobster, we bring the Maine lobster experience to Southern California, and we do it via our amazing gourmet lobster shack on wheels. We get our lobsters from shore to door in less than 24 hours. So you know what that means, Barbara. Next time you're eating with the Cousins, you are having the freshest fare possible. Here's the thing. Right now, we need to add another truck or two because, frankly, we can't keep up with our own demand. And that's where you come in. We would love for one of you to join our family business and become the third cousin.
Can we try it?
You certainly can.
Hey,
Certainly.
with that build-up, yeah.
How do you get the lobster from Maine
Barbara,
to California?
stop. Let's try first.
Oh, I can eat and listen at the
We
same
ship
time.
everything fresh every day, including the bread, from Maine to Los Angeles. So you have two different types of our rolls. One of them is the signature Maine lobster roll, split top bun, fresh Maine lobster meat, a little bit of mayonnaise, and then you have our Connecticut roll. That has the little lemon on top.
This is fantastic.
I'm glad you enjoy. And that's the freshness of Maine. That's what we grew up with or are privy to all the time.
Is your supplier a cousin?
Great question. Maine lobster industry is not something you can call into and get the access and the pricing that we have. You grow up with it.
But you're saying you're the
Sorry,
only
they
one
are
that
your
can
family?
They're not family, but the Mainers, the roots. We grew up with
Be
them.
careful with that. There are multiple suppliers of lobster meat in Maine.
There are multiple suppliers of lobsters, but it just depends on the pricing that you're getting it at in order to ship it wholesale across the country. And that's where we come in because...
This is where I'm getting a little concerned, guys. $55,000 for 5%. Basically, you want to buy another truck with my $55,000. You're valuing this business at over $1 million.
You haven't heard a word about the business,
Yeah,
Kevin.
you
I
don't
know
know
the
the
business.
business
So what are you worried
already,
about the
Mark.
valuation?
They may have 10 trucks. How many trucks do you have?
Right now, we have one truck,
Ooh.
$150,000 of sales. We've been open 2 months
2 months?
with
One
one
truck.
truck.
Where do you park the truck?
Literally all over Los Angeles.
Well, how do people find you?
Twitter, website, social media.
Okay, then let me ask you this. Let's say I want to be in the lobster business. Mr. Wonderful's Lobster, okay? Why don't I just go get a couple of guys with flip-flops on, call up somebody in saying, I've got money, you've got lobsters, and do this whole thing myself. Why are you worth $1.1 million? Come back with an answer that maybe you won't get sliced up into a bun with.
You can start your own truck and you can hire your own staff, but what you can't do is what you just said and call up on the phone to Maine. They don't do business with other guys outside of. It's not like that.
So you're the only guys, because you've only been in business 2 months, these guys only deal with you now because they haven't been in business the last 50 years.
No, of course. They have.
You are very greedy crustaceans, both of you.
Jim, I don't think anybody's buying your story.
I am. It's not greed.
You haven't gotten into the economics per truck.
Right.
You haven't talked about seasonality. You haven't talked about any other cost issues that might come along.
Right. So we're locked into our pricing, and typically prices will rise. With our connections and what we have with our supplier, we're locked in what we're paying right now, we're going to be paying in the winter.
So what are you paying right now on what's the average?
The traditional lobster roll we price at $13.
What's your cost on that?
$5.85.
Guys, I asked you the question about the economics of the truck. So please, somebody who might invest, tell me what the economics are per truck.
Okay, so we'll start with how much is a purchase? You buy it for roughly, ours was $65,000.
Okay.
Monthly overhead with our employees, $20,000.
Per truck?
Per truck.
Okay.
A month.
A month.
Okay, so $20K per month per truck. If you have more than one truck, does it get amortized across the truck?
The overhead would actually go down a little because we've hired a general manager.
You're not the general manager in this little business?
Well, there's a reason why that is because when we got into this business, we knew a lot about lobster, we knew a lot about the service industry, we didn't know a lot about the trucking business.
How did you get into the business? How'd you get from Maine to bring the lobster over here to California?
So we both grew up in Maine, and he's been out here about 8 years, Saban has.
What brought you out here 8 years ago?
I used to do a lot of acting, and I translated that into real estate, and I become successful at real estate. It allowed me to save some money and do well.
He's still a great actor. He's acting like a greedy pig, asking for 55 for 5%.
No, honestly, we're not trying to be greedy.
What is in it for us?
To be a part of this family, just like
And
we
to
need
make money. Guys, these guys are talking all kinds of nonsense. I had asked you what the economics of the truck were. You know what? Because you thought it was more important to talk about all the nonsense.
That's not fair, Mark.
I'm out.
Oh my God, Mark.
Mark,
It was a simple question. It was a simple question. You guys went.
They weren't ignoring you. You're starting to act like Damon, like a baby. So why don't you?
No, because
why
I
don't
asked
you
it
let
twice.
go?
I asked the
Just-
question twice, not once.
So,
You know what?
Bob,
I
are you
am
gonna
going to
write him a
write you a
check?
check. Yes, I am,
Let's
big
go.
mouth. Pipe down,
Let's
little
go.
man.
Let's go.
All right,
Bob.
write him a check.
Bob, just because you're an old crab doesn't mean you should get in the lobster business.
Whoa, Damon.
Are there other competitors?
Sometimes there are 2 other competitors to our knowledge.
Are they selling Maine lobster
Of
like
course
you?
they are. There's none in Texas.
Who cares? Who cares where the lobsters come from? Guys, here, help me, because I like the idea.
Yes.
And I know this is very hot and people are loving this. Help me get to the $1.1 million valuation. It's so high.
It's so ridiculous, yes.
It's outrageous what you're asking for. I can't take any more. For the sake of lobsters, they're still alive. I'm out.
Okay.
So the bottom feeder's out.
To your point, we are first month $65,000, the second month $85,000.
Fantastic.
We're getting calls round the clock. We're turning down business.
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Maybe you don't know this about my history. I was a commercial fisherman for a year, and I worked in Red Lobster for 8 years.
We did know
right?
that.
So I do understand a little bit of the market. You're making everything the fact that you just have a contact in Maine. I mean, one of the only places you can buy lobster, which everybody buys lobster from. So for $55,000, you are offering 5%. That is crazy. You're kind of like halfway in a body bag without the zipper pulled up right now. Give me your best offer.
Two sharks are out. Damon is interested, but by asking for $55,000 for only 5% of their company, he feels Saban and Jim have grossly overvalued their company and has given them one last chance to make him a better offer.
Give me your best offer.
I mean, I would feel really comfortable right around the 7 to 8%.
Okay.
You know what? You're a very good actor. You said that with a straight face.
So, I'm out.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Ay, ay, ay.
I really like you guys. I think you're hustlers. I like to invest in people that like to get up every day and work their butts off.
And that's what we're doing.
So I'll give you the $55,000, but I want 25%.
Okay.
Is that an offer you would entertain?
I do not think so, no. Can we hear Barbara's?
Well, I'm going to offer you your $55,000. But for that amount of money, I would like to have 17% of your business.
17.
And you know why? Because 17 is my lucky number.
Sabin, I'm really good at building businesses quickly. I think the way I'm going to get my money back is by having more trucks on the street. So let me change my offer. I'll give you $100,000 because I think you need more money to get more trucks on the street. So $100,000 for 25%.
You don't need that much money, do you?
You've got one offer for $100,000 for 25%, and Barbara, who likes the lucky number 17, is randomly pulling your value out of the air, which she often does. What are you going to do?
Our last question. Strategies, thoughts that you guys might have?
Great question. The best thing I could do for you, which this guy cannot do, is I am a genius marketer. I am. I have it in my bones, in my blood. It always works. I'm never wrong. I think your truck is terrible. Forgive me, don't feel offended. It's not a personal thing. I can't believe your two handsome faces are in side-by-side in caricatures as the Cousins, and I don't even like the fact that Cousins Maine Lobster doesn't say Cousins Fresh Maine Lobster. It should have fresh in there. Let me get my hands in that business, and I'll tell you everything wrong with it.
I have to agree with Krusty Krab over there. She has some great marketing ideas.
All right, let me answer that question. You got to be kidding me. There's a reason I'm up here. I don't need to prove what I can do
But they asked
to you. You want to go in and change their business? You
Oh, I
need a
help
job,
them.
Barbara?
No.
Go ahead.
I
My
help
offer's off
every
the table.
entrepreneur in
You're
Denver.
left with Barbara. I have a job.
Robert, you're out?
I'm out.
That was the butter and lemon right there.
Okay.
So,
Barbara, would you consider 12%? Okay.
Why are you guys holding on so tightly to the equity?
Because it's our baby.
80% of a watermelon is better than 100%
Mark,
of a
you
grape.
said 5% of something is better than 0% of nothing in the past.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to meet you halfway. $55,000 for 15%. Halfway between the 12 and the 17.
JT, go. Barbara, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Come on over here.
Baby,
You got a
I'm
lobster
coming.
sandwich?
I'm coming.
Oh, it's a family show, guys.
Get on in. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
guys, I was wrong. You came to make a deal. Congrats.
Thank you.
By the way, this stuff is incredible.
It's CML, baby. The future with Barbara, sky's the limit. And I think she likes us. Jim, I think she likes you a little more than me, though.
Typically,
But either way, we feel really, really good about it, and we're excited.
Last season, we watched Dallas Robinson and Mike Bonomo seal the deal with Mark Cuban
A little longer.
for their lip balm brand, Kiss Tix.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see what they're up to now.
Since airing on Shark Tank, we've sold over $1 million worth of Kiss Tix products. We've added 3 new product lines, we're already in over 1,000 retailers, and we're set to launch in Kmart, Super Value, Winn-Dixie, Party City, and Icing by the end of the year. Hello?
Hey, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? It's Dallas. We never thought at 25 years old, we'd be business partners with Mark Cuban. We've got some big chains coming on board. Just kind of wanted to get your take.
We don't want to drown in opportunity. You can't try to do too much too soon.
He's lived up to everything that he said that he would do. He's been an awesome mentor for us. Because we have Mark Cuban and his financial backing, there's no limit to the speed of our growth.
Next up is Zach Crane, who wants to put an end to moist handshakes forever.
Whoa.
Whew. Well, first off, you guys are looking beautiful.
Thank you.
My name is Zach. I invented this thing called a freaker, and I'm here today looking for a $200,000 investment in exchange for a 10% equity in my company, Freaker USA. So, dun 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 dun. This is a freaker. We have over 35 designs. We add characters and personalities to all of them. The freaker's function is that it has magical fibers in it that make it stretch so they can fit every beverage in the world. Dun, 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 dun. So you can put it on your morning beer if you wanted to. Boop, boop, ba-doop, 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 boop, boom. Boom, boom, ba-doom. All right, and the freaker will fit every water bottle in the world. That is pretty crazy. Every water bottle. For my last trick, I'm going to put this little tiny freaker on this huge wine bottle. As you can see, there are no wires attached. There's nothing up my sleeves, nothing in my beard. Damon, you want to check my beard, make sure?
No, I'm good.
You're good? All right. Can I get a whoop? Whoop, 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 whoop. Robert, I love you.
Love you, man.
All right. Do, 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 do. Ooh. Without any further ado, I have a little video to show you guys more about it. Hope you enjoy. Here we go.
This is the birth of Freaker USA.
Living in a car, traveling, found a new home in Wilmington, North Carolina, invited to a stitching bitch, learned to knit a beer koozie, horrible knitter, but wanted to give them to all my friends, found old sweaters, cut them up, sewed them into beer koozies, started feeling bad about destroying too many sexy sweaters, ate pancakes, felt better, found a small mom and pop hosiery mill in Troy, North Carolina, communicated through song and dance, yay, they programmed robots to spit out freakers. Whew, formed a team, launched a website, made a bunch of crazy marketing videos, battled Gandalf, danced in a fire hydrant, turned a box truck into a house, drove around the country throwing grilled cheese parties, blew up some trade shows, went on Shark Tank, got a huge investment for a small equity share, stopped all bottle sweat and moist handshakes in the world. Yay, I'm freaking excited.
Can I get a whoop?
Whoop, whoop. You're a strange cat.
Oh, I've got some freakers for you guys before I forget. Here we go.
Awesome. Zach, is this the actual package?
This is the package. These are the first freakers that are packaged this way, so.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
Now, Zach, I hate to bring it down to money, but I always do.
What do you got?
$200,000 for 10% is telling me that you think your freaker business is worth $2 million. Now, I'm a believer. Baby.
I make you believe.
So why don't you tell me what your sales are in the last year?
In the last year, we've only been out for 13 months. We're about 320,000.
Whoa.
So you're not so crazy. You're making money.
Where are you selling?
We have them in about 200 stores. We've got a Japanese distributor, a Canadian distributor.
So this is not a new idea. Why is it doing so well?
It is a new idea on the concept that it's one drink insulator that'll stretch and fit everything.
No, I've seen it in Lycra and spandex.
We have a patent on it.
Issued?
Yes.
What's your cost per freaker?
Right about $1, a little under $1.
And what's your wholesale cost?
Wholesale starts at $4 and suggested retails $8 to $10.
Zach, I got one more question.
Uh-huh.
Why do you keep making those noises?
Because it's cool.
So, Zach, I get the whole lifestyle thing. I buy into that. It's a brand builder. I love it all. Now, let's talk about what your business is really worth. Let's say you're going to do $320,000 in the last just over 11 months, you said, right?
Yes.
So let's annualize that. You're making about 15% to the bottom line before you pay tax, approximately. You're worth somewhere between $350,000 and $400,000. That's it.
Okay.
So I think I need 50%. That would be a reasonable valuation.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
I'd probably make some beeps at you and...
Well, I'm just saying while we're beeping.
Yeah. I wouldn't entertain it seriously.
Okay, Zach, baby. Beep, beep, beep. I'm out.
Okay. Cool. Another cool thing that we didn't touch on the video, there was a box truck that we turned into a house. We drove around the country throwing grilled cheese parties. It's one of our forms of marketing.
But isn't that kind of the challenge, right? I think it's cool. You can go around to all the festivals. You guys can set up at...
Not festivals.
You don't go to festivals at all?
Not right now. I don't really like festivals now.
Okay, even
You
though
don't like festivals?
No. No.
You seem perfect for festivals.
I seem that way. I'm not much of a festival guy.
Really?
No.
What do you do on your off time?
I get up early, usually go to the river, walk dogs.
Let me tell you, how you value the company, it's nutsy. On that basis alone, although I love you, I'm out.
Okay. I love you too, Barbara.
I love you too.
I get the entire brand.
Yeah.
But there's no beeping way you're worth $2 million today.
Well, there obviously, I feel like there must be some like missing on your guys' part of where I'm at if you're not getting even close to that.
Look, I like you, Zach, but
Yeah.
you know, it's hard.
I could promise you'd be into it. I could say in 6 months you're going to be like,
Oh, Zach, you know what? I got to be honest with you. When I'm not up here, I'm dressed like you and hang out and dancing everywhere.
we could have some like umbrella drinks. We kick it back. Holler at some girls.
I'm out.
All right, Robert.
So, Zach, you know, I have to be passionate about everything I invest in.
Yeah.
And I'm just not feeling that way about this. I'm out.
All right. You got some words of wisdom?
You know, the reality is your margin's great. The opportunity for branding and putting a Mavs logo or whatever logo, the incremental cost is probably minimal. So there's some unique opportunities there. But if I had to listen to beep, 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 hey, Mark, beep, 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 what's up, beep, 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 I'd shoot myself. I'm out.
Now we need to hear the beeping of you backing up. Beep, beep.
All right. Love you guys. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Mark, I thought you were in for sure at the end.
Hell no.
I love his technique. I'm gonna do that at my next meeting.
What it was like in the Shark Tank. It was like beep, 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 beep.
Next in are Tanya Petruno and NFL running back Brandon Jacobs.
Hi, my name is Tanya Petruno,
And I'm two-time Super Bowl champion, Brandon Jacobs.
and my company is Pro Energy. I'm here seeking $250,000 in exchange for 15% equity. Pro Energy is a unique protein-infused flavored water. It's all natural and great tasting, with no fat, no caffeine, and no sugar. In just one 4-ounce bottle, there are 15 grams of whey protein, essential vitamins, and an energy blend. It's balanced, no matter how active your lives are.
I didn't get to where I am by playing a half a game. I got to where I am by playing a whole game at a very, very high level. And Pro Energy has done that for me.
I was overweight, and like many people, I bought into all the products and gimmicks that claimed to melt the weight off. The truth is, I was frustrated with the results, so I set out to create my own answer. And I brought it down to the basics. Rehydrate, replenish, refresh. I hustled my way through doors, and I got Pro Energy into over 3,000 stores in the New York area.
Wow.
Sharks, I need your investments to fill my purchase orders and propel Pro Energy onto a national market. I'd like for you each to have a try so you can really experience what Pro Energy will do for you.
Oh. Wow, what? Why does it taste so bad?
Tastes so bad?
Yeah, it tastes chemically.
I don't think it's bad at all.
Do you ever take protein products?
No.
There it is.
That's the difference, yeah.
Believe me, this is something that tastes great.
Tanya, what am I actually buying here? Do I get a boost? Am I trying to get jacked up? Or am I trying to lose weight?
It's the only one of its kind. Pro Energy simplifies what your body needs.
Is this like a Gatorade or like a Red Bull?
It's not either one of those.
Is it a weight loss product?
These guys have never been in a gym, so they don't quite understand. This is a complement to a workout. You want to rehydrate, and you also want protein to rebuild your muscles.
Well, Mark, shouldn't Pro Nerve tell me that?
It's Pro Energy.
Pro NRG.
NRG.
Okay,
It's
whatever.
actually a great name.
Pro Nerve?
No, Pro Energy.
Listen, it's all fun and games so Brandon comes in and crack your head open.
No, I'm not.
And I will give you the money. I will give you the money for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, baby. Put the ring on, too, when you do it.
Okay.
Brandon, you're obviously a businessman, so why do you guys need the capital?
To get a 2-time Super Bowl champion as part of my team, you know, I brought Brandon on, but I'm not looking for him to be an investor. You guys are businessmen.
Why isn't he an investor?
Because I'm an endorser.
Who do you play for?
San Francisco 49ers.
And what position do you play?
Running back. Played the last 7 years with the 2-time Super Bowl champions New York Giants.
I don't know if you had it when you were with the Giants, or are you going to have it in the Niners locker room?
We had it with the Giants throughout the playoff run. Then we went to Indianapolis to play in the Super Bowl. Those guys, they loved it. Guys were sharing, like, bottles to drink half, and another guy drank half of that. Like, it was crazy.
You guys had a big old comeback, right, second half.
Yep.
Was that the difference?
So I couldn't tell you if that was the reason why.
No, I
we
know,
went
I know,
and
I know,
won.
I know.
But they loved it.
I like that. You're not giving us the BS, but you believe in it. I like that.
Tell us about the economics of the business, what your sales are, how business is going in general.
I have invested $75,000. It cost me $1.10 to make per bottle, but those costs will be significantly dropped once I reach certain benchmarks in quantity.
What do you sell to the wholesaler for?
$1.80.
Oh, I hate it. So you're making 70 cents margin, but still, it's not horrible.
And what does it retail for?
$3.99.
Well, good margin for them, bad margin for you.
Tanya, you realize that your distributors are making more money than you?
Well,
That's upside down. That's what life is like in hell. You have to make more money than they do. That's crazy.
You got to pay your dues in whatever business you're in.
You're not worried about it because you're not on the P&L side. You're taking it off the top. I, as an investor, would be very concerned about those margins. That's how I get my money back.
And what kind of retailers?
We're in all the delis and markets that flood Manhattan, and also big box retailers.
You told us you're in 3,000 stores. How much you sold in the last year?
Okay, we've been in the, on the market for just about 3 months now. We've done 126,000 in sales.
120,000 in sales in 3 months.
Yes.
I'm surprised, Tanya, you haven't been slaughtered yet. Somehow you've survived, maybe the right partnerships, I don't know, but you are not worth $1.7 million under any scenario. You've got way too much to prove. Good luck to you, but I'm out.
Yep.
Here's what I see. You got a great idea, great product. You got a great angle because you got Brandon in New York. Now he's going to go out to San Francisco. That's not the challenge. The challenge is never the first act. It's like the NFL. The NFL stands for not for long for a lot of people, right?
Stan, he's absolutely correct.
It's the same thing in your business here. The hard part is the second act. After the newness wears off, after someone tries to knock you off and comes out with Super Pro NRG, then that's the hard part. I hate businesses where everybody and their brother is trying to get in. To me, if you're looking where everybody else is looking, you're looking in the wrong spot. I try to go where people aren't. So for that reason, I have to say I'm out.
Tanya, you failed to be clear as to what the product was after a lot of conversation. Even when I look at your packaging here, it's even confusing as a standalone. And I just want to make a note about Brandon. I don't think you utilize him well at all. He's great. The first time he engaged me was when he told his locker room story. I'm picturing this pitch all over and him coming out and him starting and say, I was in my locker room.
And we were losing the Super Bowl. Then I hit the pro nerve.
Yeah.
Wham!
Wham! Anything
We
like
win.
that.
Pro
yeah.
nerve.
Oh, energy!
But because of their confusion of your message alone, which I think you've got to clean up, I'm out.
Tanya, you've done an amazing job. I don't think we've ever had anybody out here that's been in business for the amount of time you have with the distribution that you have. I mean, it's unbelievable. You must be the best salesperson we've ever met. But, you know, my concern is, besides the cash, I think you need somebody who understands this space. For me, it's an energy drink space. It's just not something I want to compete in, you know, for that reason.
Don't say it.
I'm out.
Where it is.
Tanya, there are 4 sharks out. Only one remains, Damon.
Okay, Damon.
Listen, you know, my challenges with this, I think, is what all the sharks have vocalized. You know, very high valuation, such a hard market to get into. But the good side of it is that I just invested in a bunch of CrossFits. I'm starting to understand how much people want this type of stuff.
I forbid you to pay $1.7 million for this. I forbid you.
I'm going to give you $250,000 for 30%, but that is contingent on me taking it to a protein and supplement company that I have a partnership with called Badass and closing a deal with them. And Brandon, I need you in the room telling that Super Bowl story to help us sell this thing.
Gotcha.
Just in case you hadn't noticed, the Shark Damon has cut your value in half.
I realize that, but I need his know-how to navigate through those meetings.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes, Damon. That's a yes.
I hope it's not the energy drink making me do this.
You jumped up pretty fast there.
I did. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
I think you need to reposition this. I don't think anybody understands what it is.
Anybody who works out understands completely.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Mona Weiss,
And I'm Scott Shields.
and our company is EcoNuts.
We are seeking $175,000 for a 15% stake in our company.
EcoNuts is a line of eco-friendly cleaning products packaged with little to no plastic. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's another green cleaning company. But EcoNuts are totally different. Most of our products are certified organic and are based on this. This is our secret weapon. It's an organic berry from the Himalayas that naturally produces a soap. It's called a soap berry or soap nut, thus our name, EcoNuts.
You can use these berries for laundry by placing 4 to 5 of them Place them in the wash bag like so, directly in your machine. When it comes in contact with the water, it releases a natural soap as it gets shaken around, which can do your laundry.
This jar of water is going to represent your washing machine. I'm going to place in one. And it makes soap. Isn't that cool? So you can
It's still solid.
well, you can reuse these up to 10 times.
Ah.
This box here does a year's worth of laundry, and it replaces 10 bottles of detergent.
And now is the perfect time to invest. Americans spend over $70 billion a year on cleaning products. And with your help, we can help take a bite out of it and help save the planet. What do you say, Sharks? You with us?
Well, why is it the perfect time to invest?
Well, we were first to the mainstream market, and now we are going to be everywhere.
We've managed to capture about 90% of the soapberry market thus far by branding.
There's a soapberry market?
There is a soapberry market out there, believe
Scott,
it or
what
not.
percentage?
90% in less than 3 years.
How big is the soapberry market?
How big is it annually?
It's, in the U.S., it's right around about $1 million.
So you have $900,000 in sales?
No. I walked into that one, didn't
Let's do the math.
Yeah. I caught you with your mouth open. I got it. Let's.
Why don't you put one of those soap berries in your mouth right now?
Can we just go back to Scott's point of 90% market share?
Okay.
How much
Yes.
does that equate to in terms of sales?
90% market share for us, what it equates to is last year we did about $100,000. This year we're already on track to do over $250,000.
Can I see a sample?
Why, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right for your idea.
I love Mona. Mona is a champ.
Are these the nuts?
Yes.
Thank you, Mona.
Are the two of you married?
Not yet. We're working on it.
We're engaged. Oh, don't congratulate me. We've been engaged for 5 years.
Mona, let me ask you, why does a guy stay engaged for 5 years? Why would he do that?
We're not using the investment money to get married, but we need to bring our business to the next level so that we can get married.
Let's say this market takes off. You're assuming your brand, Eco Nuts, will maintain its dominance.
Oh, first of all, we have a proprietary sterilization process. And we came up with this because while he and I were in our living room originally sorting berries, and we had people who were helping us out sorting berries, we were all getting sick. And we decided there must be something going on with these, so we sent them off to a lab, and we found they had stuff on.
Stuff on nuts. Imagine that.
So you had to get your
you
nuts
found
sterilized.
that they had monkey poop on them.
Everybody needs their nuts sterilized.
And if you look into trying different sterilization practices, you'll find it's very difficult to get one that is for organic.
I'm going to ask you an important question. You have 90% of the market. You say you've done about 250. You're asking for a little over $1 million valuation. Give me the valuation why you came up with
Is
that.
based on the fact that every year we've been in business, we've doubled and tripled our sales. We started our company with $1,000. Now, we didn't put any more money into it for over a year. We made $10,000. Our next year, we made $40,000. And we saw the business was going somewhere.
You're
We put
still
in
not making any money.
We've done over $100,000 this year already.
How did you secure your customer base?
Well, I'm a social media ninja.
Ah.
We've got more fans on Facebook than you do, Barbara.
Well, I'm insulted. And I'm out.
There you
Oh,
go,
no, don't
Barbara.
be out yet.
I'm only
Barbara?
kidding. No.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. The market is so small right now, and what you've got, like $1 million in sales in the U.S., means a tremendous amount of education has to occur before people that do laundry are going to start buying nuts. It's going to be a tough haul. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying you're not the best. It's just that your company today is not worth over $1 million. It just isn't. You're not making enough money yet. You're not even married yet. For $175,000, I probably have to own all of this company right now. I'm out.
So you say you're number one in the market. I'm trying to understand this.
Shouldn't have said that, Scott.
Right? You said that the market is $1 million.
It's not $1 million. He messed up.
How do you not know the numbers, Scott?
Right. Hold on, Robert. You shouldn't be making these mistakes and these assumptions. I'm out.
So who do we have left here? Robert?
You got to know the numbers. You can't come out and say I own 90% of the market, and it turns out you might own 10%, 15%. I would like to get into this business because I do think it's going to grow. At $175,000, what possible offer could I give you that's reasonable from a pure numbers perspective? It's not a $1.2 million business today. $175,000 for 50%, would you consider that?
I'd consider it, but I wouldn't take it, unfortunately. I mean, Just from what
you
we've
better
done,
be
we're
working
gonna find
16 hours a day on our business like we do.
Sorry, what did you say?
Two sharks are out. Mona and Scott have one offer on the table from Robert. $175,000 for a 50% stake. But Mona has questioned what Robert will bring to the table for such a high stake in the business.
Well, you better be working 16 hours a day on our business like we do.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said you better be working 16 hours a day on our business like we do. For that kind of money.
Oh, no, Mona, I work 24 hours a day in my business so I could have the privilege of sitting up here and listening to people like you. I'm out.
Okay.
Guys, I'll get right to the point. I think your marketing's horrible. There's nothing that's going to demonstrate to me that your product is any different than the others.
You're using berries to do your clothes. We sterilize ours.
But that's the point. You may sterilize them, but there's nothing there that tells me that you do that. So you've completely left out your greatest differentiation.
Well, just the branding and the look of the boxes alone, when you look at how traditionally in the marketplace...
When I look at the boxes, I'm going to know they're sterilized nuts?
At our size, advertising out there in front of everybody, oh, look, here's this, here's that, here's what we do so differently, until we're actually large enough to truly have our
You're
feet
giving me
in
excuses.
place. I'm giving you a very solid and valid reason of how we've managed to protect ourselves in business, run rabid with dogs, and managed to climb our way up to be number one.
Congratulations.
And we will not be brought down, even
you know
if
what? When you're
another
done
larger
patting
company
yourself on the back, you should look at your marketing and say, the message this big board sends me is not going to educate me on the fact that you have a differentiated product. You've completely left it out, and now you've left me out. I'm out.
Okay.
Hi, Sharkette.
Well, let me tell you, the best part about your pitch today is you are such a good couple. It only takes an hour to get married.
Oh, my Lord.
I think the Eco Nuts name is great, but beyond that, I don't think you present the product well at all. Really. I'm out.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for letting us show everything.
Wait a minute. I also agree with Barbara that you did a genuinely terrible job, but she really moved me with something she said. And I haven't done this before in Shark Tank, but I'm willing to do it today because I am Mr. Wonderful. Do you want me to marry you now?
Can you marry us?
Of course I can. I'm Mr. Wonderful.
My parents would kill me.
I'm sorry then. You leave
We'll
with
get
nothing.
them on the line.
All right, guys. Well, good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Scott, marry that woman.
I will.
Let me do it for you now.
When Scott said that we had a 90% share of $1 million market, I was thinking, oh no, that's not what it is. I didn't want to stop him right then and there on air because I didn't want to embarrass him. But I didn't want to look.
It's okay. I do a great job embarrassing myself.
Next time on Shark Tank.
We're going to be in 3,000 stores. No, I was interested for a second.
I will get to step in here.
I think what you've got here is a hero.
We do have the most advanced e-bike controller on the market.
Whoa.
That's a disaster waiting to happen. You don't understand who you're dealing with.
You knocked off your former company for your design?
That's not good.
I don't want to tear you to pieces on this, but I may have to.
Are you holding out telling us something?
I can't believe I'm going to say this.